So we are talking about the identifying the genders and whether how the words in Sanskrit, what kind of words are there with the genders here. So you look here, there are different words which are listed here. Now Ajanta means the words ending in Swara, like we have Rama, Sita, Phala, the words and base words ending in Swara like Rama, or Phala, right? And Sita, So these words, these are Ajanta means these words are ending in vowel or a Swara. And similarly, Halanta, here these are Halanta ones, these are ending in consonants, Vyanjanam. So you can see here, like there are words ending in Swara, vowel, and they are Pullinga, like Rama, Hari, Pati, Sakhi, Guru, Dhatru, Pitru. These are all words, masculine, Pullinga words ending in Swara. Similarly, we have Strilinga words ending in Swara, which are like Rama, Mati. If you see here like Mati, which is also ending in E, right? This is Strilinga. And if you look here, there is a Pati also, or Hari also. These are also, or Sakhi also, ending in E. Yeah. So there could be words ending in same Swara, like our same sound, like E here, which could be Pullinga or Strilinga. And there is a word ending in O, like Guru, and we have a word ending in like there is no Okara here, not shown here. Yeah, but there could be like there is a Nadi, Dirgha, these are all E, and there is a O also. Yeah, Guru, and this is Dhenu Shabda. This is ending in O, Strilinga. This is Guru Pullinga. Ukara, we have Dhatru, Pitru, and we have Matru. Here, Swastru. These are all Strilinga. And similarly, we have Ajanta, Napumsakalinga, which are Phala, Vari, Shuchi, etc., Madhu. And there is a Guru also. Guru could be Napumsakalinga or it could be Pullinga, depending on its meaning. Guru in Pullinga means teacher, right? One. But here, Napumsakalinga Guru, which neuter, which means something which is heavy. If if a phala or fruit is heavy, then we can use a Guru for that phala. And there are again Vyanjana ending, right? Like masculine words. Like here, Jalamuch, it's ending in cha, ja, ta, etc. And same words, I mean, not same words, same ending words could be in Strilinga also, like you see here, watch, and it was Jalamuch. But this is Strilinga. And this watch is Strilinga, Saj, and we have here we have Vanij. So these are different words ending in the same letter, but it could be Pullinga or Strilinga also. Okay. And we have Napumsakalinga, obviously same again. So watch, ending in cha, ja, same, and you see a same ending also Pullinga. So, and there are pronouns, Sarvanama, like a Dakaranta. This is a pronoun. It is not a, and it can be used, and it has three different forms. If you open this, you'll see it. In Dakara and the Tad, it takes this form in the Pullinga, it takes this form in Strilinga, it takes this form in Napumsakalinga, and so on. Right? Etad and Kim. This is ending. Base word is ending in ma, but it takes different forms in different lingas. So these are sarvanama or pronouns, but if you take this halanta, you'll see these different forms taking here. So the question about how do we know the lingam of a word? By practice. Just by looking at the word, is difficult to know the lingam. But by practice, we will come to know. But in some of the popular ones, which are mostly in practice, those will be using it very commonly. For example, the words ending in a, like Rama, Balaka, etc., or Darpana. So these Syuta, these are all ending in a, just like Rama, and they take the same, Vibhakti forms. They all take the same these forms here. And similarly, Hari, Hari Shabda or Kavi. So these are ending in E, and we know that Hari, Kavi, these are Pullinga, and they are going to take this form. So, and similarly in Strilinga also, there are many words ending in a, like Rama, Sita, Lata, etc. So they are going to take this form, all of them same form. And similarly, we have Nadi, Dirgha Nadi, Shabda Nadi, Parvati. Those are going to take this form. So many words which are popular in the sense in our level 1 usage, we'll come to know. But as we progress, as we keep studying more and more books and compositions, reading dramas, etc., or works, then we'll come across different words. I mean, it's not necessary that all those different books they use only words ending in a only for Strilinga. There will be words ending in such like vak, like in the Vyanjanam also. So for our level 1, we are focusing mainly on the words ending in a for Pullinga, words ending in the short E, Hari, etc. Words ending in short O for Pullinga, and Rukara also, Pitru, etc. That's for Pullinga. For Strilinga, we are focusing on words ending in A, and maybe this also, and maybe this. Okay? This is where we are focusing on, and also Ru also, the Matru, like this. Okay. These are the words we are going to mainly use in our level 1 study. And Napunsakalinga, we'll use some Napunsakalinga Shabdas also, like Akara, Phala, Vana, etc. in our sentence formation. But we'll also look at some of the shlokas, etc., where we might come across some words which ending in Vyanjanam also, incidentally. And we'll also look at some of the words which are Sarvanama also during the level 1 study. Alright, so I think the pronunciation part is clear. If you have any questions, you can ask, and then we'll move forward. So some time back we went through this list of words here, which are all ending in a, just for practice of pronunciation. And then Note that again, this is not necessary that all these are which are ending in a, they have to be in the certain gender. So they could be in Pullinga also, in Strilinga also. By the way, there is no word in Sanskritam, there is no Strilinga words which is ending in a. So here, there is no Strilinga words ending in a, but there are Pullinga words which are ending in a also, which is not shown here. But there are words ending in a, which could be Pullinga. Generally, when we come across a word like Rama, Sita, Lata, etc., we think that it is Strilinga. But there are words which are ending in a, which could be Pullinga also, like Vishwapa, etc. But there is no Strilinga words ending in a. So here these words could be either Pullinga or Napumsakalinga. Then consonants we talked about, we already know this, Kakaki, etc. Anuswara, Visarga, we talked about that. Anuswara is a pure nasal sound. Visarga is just a release of breath, pure breath sound. And they can be added to, they can come after any swara. They won't come directly after a Vyanjanam. Again, few more words here, all ending in swara. Here there are some words ending in, only two words, ending in ta. And this we saw a word is made of combination of consonants and swara, vowels. So this is just a Devanagari writing practice, which I think you already know. You can do that. So more words here. So we have gone through this page here, which shows some of the words just for our knowledge. Deepa, Chashaka, Syuta, Dichakrika, etc. And then to indicate Samipa Dura, we started looking at these sentences. Esha Balakaha. Esha means this. This Esha is, what is this Esha? Balaka, we know. Balaka is a Pullinga Shabda, something like Rama Shabda. So Balaka, that is this form. Okay. So each noun in Sanskritam can be in one of the three Vachana. Okay. Vachana means a number indicating the quantity of that object. So Ekavachanam means singular, Dvivachanam dual, Bahuvachanam means plural. So most of the languages, they have only two numbers. So Ekavachanam and Bahuvachanam, singular and plural. But Sanskritam has also Dvivachana form, the dual form. If there are two quantities, then we use the noun form in this Dvivachana form. Okay? Noun in this Dvivachana form. So if there is one Rama, we use Rama, Rama in this Ekavachana form. If there are two Ramas, then we use Rama If there are many, more than two Ramas, then we use Rama. Similarly, if there is Balaka means boy, if there is one boy, we use the form Rama. If there are more two boys, then we use Balakau. And there are more than two, then we use Balaka. Balaka. So this is the structure in Sanskritam, three numbers. Then there is Vibhakti, which is declension. Now, when we use the noun form in different vibhaktis, it plays different roles in a sentence. So currently, let's focus only on the first, this one. Okay. First vibhakti or prathama vibhakti. Prathama means first. Prathama vibhakti, first vibhakti. So then we'll see some examples using ekavachana and bahuvachana first. And dvivachana we'll see that later also. So Rama, or that's what we are seeing here, Rama. Oh, not there. So where is that? Rama here. Balaka, like that. Balaka means. So when we use a noun form in prathama vibhakti, okay, so what happens? What does that indicate? It indicates Rama, right, or Balaka. It just references that object itself. Okay? Esha Balaka. It means this. Esha means this. This Balaka is there. This is a boy, or this boy is there. Something like this. So if you want to say this is a boy, so we say Esha Balaka, or we can also add Asti, as we saw in the slide here. Asti. So Asti means he exists or is there. Nasti means not there. Doesn't exist. So Asti, Nasti. So these are the two words we can use. Asti is a verb. Asti means exists. Asti is a verb. Note that a verb in Sanskritam, there are no forms shown here. I will add the forms later. But verbs has its own universe of forms. But anyway, the basic thing is verbs do not have lingam in Sanskritam. They do not have gender. They only have vachanam or number. So a verb also can be in one of the three vachanam. Ekavachanam, dvivachanam or bahuvachanam. So this asti is in ekavachanam. So when do we use ekavachana form of verb? We use the ekavachana form of verb when the noun we are referring to in the sentence is in the ekavachanam. So the vachanam of the noun, main noun, here it is, main noun is balaka, right? Because we are talking about balaka here in this sentence. So if you want to use a verb here, so it has to be in the ekavachana, because it has to match it has to comply with the vachanam of the noun here. Okay. So balakaha asti. Esha is not necessary. If you want to say that this is a boy, yes, we can add esha, which is like this is a boy. Or if you want to just say boy is there, okay, so we can just say balakaha or balaka asti. Esha we are adding as an adjective or a qualifier here, just to qualify or add an extra information here, saying that this is somewhat relatively near. The boy is near me. This is a boy near the person who is talking or speaking this language. Esha balaka, speaking this sentence. So similarly, shikshakaha. We have shikshakaha, a teacher. We can use asti. in this sentence, Shikshaka asti, teacher is there. But if you want to add a qualifier again to that, you can add either Eshaha or Saha. Saha again relatively indicating distance from the speaker. Saha Shikshakaha, that is teacher. So we have seen in one of the previous classes that asti, adding asti is optional in a sentence. So asti, if you don't add it, it is understood. We can just say shikshakaha also, or saha shikshaka also, or balaka also, or esha balaka also. Qualifier is also, that is depends on the speaker, right? So if you want to add a qualifier, you can add it. Esha balaka, saha shikshakaha. So then also asti is also optional here. If asti is not there, then it is just understood. In Sanskritam, it is not compulsory to add this is part portion. Even if you say saha shikshaka asti, that is the meaning. So, so you see here, eshaha balaka saha shikshakaha, eshaha vaidyaha saha chhatraha. Chhatra means student, vaidya means doctor. Eshaha vaidyaha saha chhatraha. Saha arakshakaha, saha gayakaha. Singer, policeman, krishakaha, farmer, esha pachakaha, cook, esha vruddhaha, old man, saha dhavakaha, runner. And in the slides here, there are many more examples which we have seen last time. Eshaha, so Suryaha, Ramaha, Deepaha, again one more Deepaha, Syutaha, etc. So as an additional thing here, so we have introduced the word called Kaha. Kaha means question. It comes in the question, in the meaning of question, in the sense of question. Kaha means who. Saha kaha, we can ask this question. Saha kaha means who is that? And answer would be saha syutaha. Or you can just say syutaha, but you can also say the complete sentence. Saha syutaha asti. That is the syuta, that is the bag. Sahaka. And we have similarly.
I have a question here. Is it proper to say kah, sah the other way?
What is the other way?
In the reverse, kah, sah, or should it be
Yes.
always sah, kah?
No, you can say kahasa also. Kahasa, syutaha saha. You can also say like that. That's fine. So similarly, this was for the practice. Many of the slides are here. So we don't need to go through all the slides, but you can practice. So here you can say, somebody want to read this with a question here. What do we want to say here? So this longhand, for the longhand, we want to use saha, and for the shorthand, we want to use eshaha. Eshaha, which is this or nearer. This. So we want to ask the question here. Saha eshaha kaha. Eshaha sainikaha. So like that, you can practice. Right. Then saha kaha saha marjaraha. Saha kaha saha vanaraha. Saha kaha saha gajaha. Like that, you can keep on practicing. Makaraha, shunakaha, kukkuraha.
May I ask?
Yes, please.
In the dictionaries usually is used form without H, like suta. It's not like in dictionary taking as suta, but it's taking as suta or gaja and not gajah.
Mm-hmm.
So why this is like mandatory just use gajah? What is the form or
Right.
spita?
Yeah, yeah. So that goes back to this noun forms here. So you look here, these dictionaries, they list the words in their base form. Okay, so we call this the base form, or in Sanskritam we call it pratipadikam. Okay. Pratipadikam. Okay. Okay, pratipadikam. Okay, pratipadikam means the base form of a noun. Okay. And this base form of a noun is cannot be directly used in language or in a sentence. Okay. So dictionaries, what they do, they list these base forms only, okay, like Hari, Pati, etc. So, but in the actual language, we cannot use these base forms. It has to be in one of these forms. Okay. So there are like how many? 8 into 3. 24 forms are there for each word, each noun. Again, no, we are not talking about the verbs, only nouns. So each noun can have 24 forms which can be used in a sentence depending on its role, whether it is a subject, object, or used for something else. So depending on the role used in a sentence, one of these forms will be used. But the dictionaries, they don't use these forms. Okay? So they just use this for listing. Okay. So for Gajaha, if you look, so suppose you come across a word in a sentence called, say, Gajam or Gajaya. So here Ramaya is there, right? Gajaya. Gaja also takes the similar form. So in place of Ramaya, it will be Gajaya. Or if it is Balaka, it will be Balakaya. So if you come across a word like that in a sentence, Balakaya, then how do we know? Where do we look up? And so then for that, we need to know the base word, or at least we should be able to guess the base word. Okay? If you are initially, we may not be that much familiar, like, but we can guess. Suppose it is Gajaya or Balakaya comes in a sentence. What could be the base word? Maybe Balaka, right? So so then we'll have to look for the Balaka word in the dictionary. So similarly, if you look at the Strilinga, so let's say this Rama. So you may come across a word like Ramayaha in a sentence. Then what should you look up? Like, then that's why first we need to be familiar with at least some of the words in Sanskritam. So recommendation is to start looking or start getting familiar with these word forms. So generally people, they they start memorizing these words like word forms. So they go through these different word forms every day. So they memorize, these get into their memory. So when they come across a word like Ramayaha, a similar word like, let's say, Latayaha, so they remember, oh, I remember the word Ramayaha. So Latayaha looks similar to Ramayaha. So I know the base word of Ramayaha, which is Rama. So similarly, base word for Latayaha could be Lata. So let me look up the Lata word in dictionary. So what is the meaning? So that is how we generally go. Now, there could be some confusion when it comes to halanta shabda, or the words ending in Vyanjanam. So you look at this marut shabda. Marut, the base word is marut, the ending in ta, and it takes this forms. Now, if you come across a word like marutaha in a sentence, now here, at least in the beginning stages, there may be confusion, like this marutaha, which looks like balaka, right? Like a syuta or rama, or marutaha. So, what is the base word here? Could it be balaka or rama, or like rama or like balaka? Could it be maruta? It's possible. I'm not saying it's not possible. It could be possible, but again, then it depends on the context or in the sentence. So, because this shashti, this vibhakti is shashti here. Okay. Whereas if you see balakaha, okay, balakaha is in prathama vibhakti, other first declension, right? Not sixth declension. Shashti vibhakti. So balakaha is in prathama vibhakti. That form is used as a subject in a sentence. Balaka asti, balakaha gacchati, boy is going. Balakaha likhati, boy writes. So those are used as a subject in a sentence. But then we'll have to look at how the marutaha is used in a sentence. So if marutaha gacchati generally is not used, because if there is a sentence like marutaha gacchati, that means it may be possible that somebody's name is Maruta, something like Balaka or Rama. But generally we don't find that. So it will be like Marutaha, Shashti Vibhakti comes in the form of possessive sense. Something belongs to some, this Marut, something belongs to Marut. Marutaha, for example, Marut means wind. Wind can have what it can have. It can have speed, or it can have a smell. So the sentence could be like marutaha gandhaha. Gandha means smell, or marutaha vegaha means speed. Speed of wind. So there we understand that marutaha vegaha. So the context we have to understand that. So there the speaker or the sentence is trying to say the smell of, right? Smell of wind, or wind's smell, wind's speed. So then we understand that is a sixth shashti vibhakti coming in there. So then if we memorize or familiar with these words, such words before, then we can guess again. Oh, marutaha, this is coming in the sixth declension here, or the base word. So I know a word similar to this. It could be marut, takara, marut. So then we look up in the dictionary. We look up the word marut. We don't look up the word maruta. Okay, this is like palaka. We don't look up the word maruta. We look up the word marut. Okay? The word ending in ta. Okay. Alright, so we go to this Shanaka, Kokura, etc. So I think now it's clear to you. So all the words currently we are using in the Prathama Vibhakti, like Rama, for Pullinga. Rama or Shanaka, Kukura. These are all Pullinga words, and the base word is ending in a. So if you want to look up in the dictionary, don't look up Shanaka or Kukura. So look up Shanaka, Kukura, or Makara, Kurma, Vyagra. So these were the words which were shown on these slides before. like these words, like aja, gaja, all these are base words. They are not actually having any declension form, not vibhakti form. So these cannot be directly used in a sentence or in the language. These are just the base words or pratipadikam, and these can be looked up in the kosha or dictionary. And similarly, these also you can look up these words in the dictionary. These, not these. Some of these are different. Okay. So which dictionary you use? That also depends. Solius, which dictionary do you refer to?
Sorry, just using Sanskrit, learn Sanskrit, just
Online?
online, yeah, just
Yeah.
learn Sanskrit
Yeah,
.cc.
yeah. So online also you can use, yeah, to begin with, and then there are other Sanskrit dictionaries, like one of the famous ones, which may be available online, but offline also, Apte. Apte dictionary, which could be useful by somebody called Apte. It's a old dictionary you can use. This is good. And then as you progress further, may not be appropriate right now. Right now Apte is good. But as you progress further, there could be other dictionaries which are actually Sanskrit to Sanskrit. Apte is Sanskrit to Sanskrit and English, I think, Sanskrit, English. But there could be more other dictionaries later you can use Sanskrit to Sanskrit, which is like Kalpadrama. Kalpadrama or Vachaspatyam. Okay. Vachaspathyam. Okay. Kalpadrama or Vachaspatyam. So these Sanskrit to Sanskrit later. Don't have to worry about that right now. But these ones, when you look up, they also give the etymology for most of the words. So if you are interested in that kind of thing, so later we can start referring to these dictionaries also. Okay, so all these are Pullinga words, Ghata, etc. So these are Napumsakalinga word now. So in Pullinga words we saw Eshaha or Saha. Kaha is the question mark, and as an answer we added different words. Saha Deepaha, Saha Balaka, etc. Right? So, and we are seeing all these words and Pullinga words ending in a, base word ending in a. Kaha is not ending in a, Saha is not ending in a, Esha is not, base word is not ending in a. But these main words we are studying, trying to get familiar, like Parvata, right, Ghata, etc. The base words are ending in a. Okay? And Pullinga. And they are Ekavachanam. And they are in Prathama Vibhakti. So other thing which I can talk about right now is identification of a word, or what we generally call rupam. Rupam means form. Okay. Rupam of a word, or formation or form of a word, or identification of a word. Any word, noun, especially noun, in a language, what are the attributes of a noun? One, we know that it's lingam. Okay. Lingam, or gender. What else? Vachanam, right? It has to have a vachanam or a number. What else it has? Vibhakti, right, or declension. So at least these three we know. Given noun, it will have a lingam and a vachanam and vibhakti. We know this, right? Because this ghataha, its base word ending in a. So that is another attribute, right? The base word or pratipadikam, or base word or base noun, what do you call the base word or base form? What is the ending sound or ending letter? Okay. So the ending sound, like Rama, Parvata, so that is an attribute of the base word, of the Pratipadikam. And Lingam is also actually attribute of this base word. So Rama, Akaranta, Akara means what? We have seen that Kara means, one of our pronunciation discussion. So we use Kara, Akara means a sound. Akara means a sound. Takara means the sound. This Vyanjana the sound is called Takara. Right? So when we say Akara, a sound. So the base word Rama, this is ending in a. So we say Akaranta. Akaranta. Anta means ending. Akaranta means the word ending in a. Something ending in a is called Akaranta. So Akaranta Rama Shabda means the word. Shabda means word. Akaranta, word ending in akara, a sound, is Rama. This is the base word. And Pullinga, Akaranta Pullinga Shabda means the word whose gender is masculine, Pullinga, and its ending letter or ending sound is a. So that is the identification or attribute of the base word. Akaranta Pullinga Rama Shabda. Okay. So now this base word will be used in one of the Vachanam and Vibhakti when it has to be used in a sentence. So if you go back again here, here. So you see this Akaranta Pullinga Rama Shabda, which is written here. Okay. That means the base word Rama is of the gender masculine, Pullinga, and its ending sound is a. So that is the attribute of the base word. Now, a different Vibhakti and Vachana is applied to this base word, and the resulting form can be used in a sentence based on the context or the role in the sentence. So either we use Ramaha, Gachati, Rama goes. Similarly, Ramaha, so Ramaha, they are there. So I'm not using the the plural form of the verb here right now, just to avoid the confusion. So Ramah. So then Ramam. This is the Dvitiya, or the second declension form. So this is the identification of a noun. So how is the noun identified? By its base word, and the base word itself has a lingam, gender, and ending sound, obviously. And then when we want to use that word in a sentence, we apply Vibhakti and Vachana. So this one, like a ghata, we are saying, the base word is ghata, and ghata is pullinga, akaranta pullinga shabda, and ghataha, this form is prathama vibhakti ekavachanam, first declension ekavachanam, singular. So just for practice we are using all these in this form only, right now.
Question. I was able to understand the gender be numerical for the ekvachana, bahuvachana, but what is the purpose of this vibhakti? What does it indicate?
Yeah, vibhakti indicates the role in a role of that word in a sentence. So let me see if there is here there's a slide here. So you understand here, like this is the prathama vibhakti, like Rama, like for example Ramaha. If you want to use, what is this Rama goes? This, if you look at the English sentence here, Rama goes. In this, what is the role of Rama here? In this sentence, Rama goes. Okay. What is Rama? Subject. Why is it a subject? Because the action is performed. Yeah.
He is doing the work.
Correct. The action. Whatever the action is signified by that verb is important here. Right? When we say context or role, it is all relative to the verb. In relation to the verb or action in that sentence. So each sentence will have a verb, right? Even if it is just like is, Rama is there. So is a verb, and that signifies some action. Action means action of existing. So is. So here it is goes. Goes is an action in that sentence. So with respect to that action, what is this word doing there? So that action is performed by this Rama, right? So that is why we call it a subject in English grammar. So in Sanskritam, if you want to use a word, a noun, in the role of subject means the action is performed by that object, by that thing, right? So then we have to use the first case, prathama vibhakti form. Like for example, for a goes, there is a verb called gacchati. Okay? This is a singular form of the verb gacchati. So Ramaha gacchati. That means Rama goes. Rama himself is performing the action of going. So we have to use this form. Okay, and because it is singular, if there are two, we have to use this form and so on. And then this verb also will change. So we will not go there right now. So just Rama. We just look at the singular forms here. So Ramaha gacchati. Rama goes. Right now, that is we cannot use this Ramam goes. No. Ramam gacchati, right? Ramam gacchati, we cannot do that because Rama is a subject in this sentence. We use this Rama form. Then look at this one now. Look at Rama. This sentence. In this, what is the action word here? What is the verb? Look at Rama.
Looking is the action being done by Rama. being done on Rama.
On Rama, or read a book, something like. So somebody is reading a book, a boy is reading a book. So boy is reading a book. Okay, so let me see. I think in the book, it's a bit. At the end of the book, there are some notes here. Genders, numbers, tenses, kala, declension. Yeah, declension. You see some examples. Maybe this will give better. Yeah. So take this example. Example sentence is given here, like balakaha granthalaye syutat lekhakasya pustakam hastena mitraya dadati. Maybe confusing. So go back to this. Okay. So here, look at Rama. Our boy is reading a book. Okay? Like, so when we say boy is reading a book, boy is reading a book. What is that? Or boy reads a book. Now what is the action here? Reads, right? This is the verb. The action of reading is happening here. So who is doing the reading?
Boy is reading the book.
And the action is happening on book, right? So book is object and boy is subject. So in this case, boy is subject, which we saw in the previous example. So if it is a subject, then we use the Prathama Vibhakti. Like for the boy, we have balaka. So balakaha. Okay? Balakaha. So this form we use. And the action is happening on book, which is object. So in that case, we use this second Vibhakti or Dvitiya Vibhakti. So for the book, the word is pustaka. Okay. So this is pustaka, the base word is pustaka, ending in a, but it is a neuter gender, Napumsakalinga word. Okay. So we have to look up the form of a neuter word whose base or the base form looks like pustaka or ending in a. Okay. So if you go back, so because let's say we don't remember all these forms. Now we want to use this pustaka in the second declension because it is object. Second declension, singular. So we have to know. So let's say we go to this reference source somewhere, and we know that pustaka, we know means how do we know? Because I know, by practice. You also will know now. You now, right now you know pustaka because I told you akaranta napumsakalinga word is not a pullinga word. How do I know? Because I already studied it before. So napumsakalinga word, or you can look up in the dictionary pustaka. Just look up pustaka, you will find that is a napumsakalinga word. So, but I have to find, if I want to find the declension, dictionaries won't give the declension all these forms. So there are other books which give the declension forms, but they don't give the declension forms of each word. Like you may not find the declension of pustaka in that, but there will be a word which is similar to pustaka. Similar means what? The base word ending in a and which is neuter, Napumsakalinga. So we'll have to look up that thing here. So you go ahead to Napunsakalinga, so like this phala, right? Which looks like phala. This one, Akaranta Napunsakalinga, which is like pustaka. So you open this, and what is we want a second declension, which is phalam, right? Phalam. So if you apply the similar form to pustaka, phala, base word was phala, it became phalam. If the base word is pustaka, it becomes pustakam, right? In the second declension, Dvitiya Vibhakti. So we use that, okay, we use that form in the sentence, Balakaha, boy reads a book. In that we use the sentence form, Balakaha pustakam patati. Right? So that becomes the sentence, Balakaha. Because we know Balaka is a subject, we have to use in the Prathama Vibhakti, Balakaha, then pustakam. And this is the Dvitiya Vibhakti, second one, pustakam patati. Okay. Patati is reads, Balaka patati. Pustakam patati. So this is the role. That's why the role is mostly with respect to the verb or the action which is happening in the sentence. So the third one here is given like by, with, or by or with. In that sense, if that role is like that, for example, demons were killed by Rama. Yeah. Here it's by Rama, right? In this case, by Rama, we use the third vibhakti. Yeah. And similarly for to, like salutes to Rama, or I'm giving something to you, okay? To you. So in that to you, we use the fourth vibhakti. And something is coming out, or Rama fears from Ravana fears from Rama, or a river is flowing from or out of mountain. Yeah? So out of, from mountain. Yeah? Or river is flowing from lake. Yeah? So in that case, from lake, something is, separation is there. So in that case, we use this fifth one. And a possession, like Rama's story that we saw just now, like smell of wind. So where there is a off kind of relationship, then we use this sixth one. The seventh one, we have this in something in relationship. In Rama, there are great qualities. Or I'm reading a book in the library. In the library, the action is happening in that place. So that in relationship, if that is there, then we use the seventh vibhakti. And for calling somebody, addressing somebody, we will use this eighth one, Sambodhanam. You are calling somebody like this one, Rama, come here. Yeah? So this hey is not the part of the vibhakti. That's just for addressing. It is optional. You can just say Rama, okay? Or you can add hey optionally, just to call hey. And there are other words also for addressing, like hey, like bho, etc. But those are all optional. That they are not part of this form of the word. Form of the word for addressing is just this Rama only. Okay? So that was a.
I have another question, maybe a little bit simplistic. So, why do we have three types of numbers, singular, dual, and plural, instead of singular and plural itself?
Yeah. Good question. I mean, that is the speciality of Sanskritam, and that's how Sanskrit language is there. And it is just easy in the sense, easy and difficult also. For beginners, it is difficult to, why should we have this dual one, right? Why not just singular and plural? But in if there are two people, many times we come across like two birds flying or two boys reading, something like that. Then in that case, then we will just say balakau, means two boys. So it is more definitive, immediately indicates there are two boys. Or khagau, khaga means bird, khagau immediately indicates two birds. So that way it is more concise also, because this couple thing is more common than triple and quadruple things in when we use a sentence or something referring. So that's why this dual number is also there. This form is also there. So if two boys are going, we use the word something like balakau.
Sir, I have a
More
doubt
than
on. I have a doubt on gender. Is there any basis for giving gender to the objects? For example, gata is pullinga, and ghati is strilinga word. Is there any basis giving things to neutral and giving gender to neutral things?
Oh yeah, neuter things. Yes. Yeah. Now, first of all, so regarding completing this, my thought here about the Vachanam, singular, dual, plural, yes, because of that the Sanskrit has preserved it, but I have heard that some of other languages in the world, like maybe Arabic or something, they also had this dual or dvivachanam, but they have stopped using it. In the modern times, they lost it. Just the singular, plural is there now, but Sanskrit still continues to actively use this dvivachanam here. And about lingam, yeah. As you see here, the Surya, we are using pullinga for this, refer to this bag, yeah, which has no life. Yeah. So in many languages we find, many other languages we find the things which have life, they have either pullinga or strilinga. Yeah. All other lifeless ones, objects, things, they just are given neuter or napunskalinga. So there are languages like this. Yeah. But in Sanskritam, the linga is applied to the word, not the object referred to that by that word. That you already know that. I think the question is different, I know. But I'm just saying, clarifying here. The linga, whether it is a pullinga, strilinga, napunsakalinga, that linga is applied to the word, okay, not to the object referred to or indicated by that word. For example, parvata. The linga is pullinga, and that pullinga word is for the word. Pullinga gender is for that word, parvata, not for the actual physical thing, mountain. So that could be lifeless, or it could be even in practice. It could be actually having. It may be a living being, which can be actually having a gender which is Stri. But the word which is referring to it could be in a different gender. I'll give you some examples, but the question is, what is the basis for this? So as far as the Vyakarana is concerned, there is no basis. As far as the grammar, Sanskrit grammar is concerned, there is no basis. They are just by practice. Practice in the sense by how the usage has come into practice. So syuta, so we are using pullinga for syuta, referring to bag. Why not strilinga like syuta, syuti? In this, we don't. It's not there. The usage is not there like that. Okay, like lata, etc. Right? So aka, it's only a ending. If lata means a creeper. So now ghata, coming to ghata, ghati. Again, there is no specific reason as far as the Vyakarana is concerned. Ghataha is used as a pullinga. Ghati. Ghati. What is ghati now? Ghati. What is ghati?
Clock.
Clock, right? Now modern times it is clock. But ghati in olden times was actually a pot, which was previously in the ancient times used to measure the time, keep track of the time, ghati. So it was actually a pot before. So generally, like here we have balakaha, balika, right? Those are living beings, we already know. But there could be some words like ghata is one example, like ghata, ghati. I don't recall right now on top of the head. So, but there could be similar examples like ghata, ghati. Similar one, I mean, the word could refer to same object or at least similar object, but it could be used in pullinga or strilinga. Right? So in that case, mostly for Vyakarana it doesn't make difference, okay? But for the meaning, etymology and the history and the usage, what they indicate the rough nature or the, what do you call this, strong nature or the soft nature of the object. Okay? Like ghataha, ghati, which is used or which are the softer or milder characteristics. Okay? So those distinctions are there in the usage when we come there. And as I said, Surya, Syuta also, for the Vyakarana, there is no difference. No difference in the sense it just says that just based on the usage, how it has come into over the years, usage, they are, now there's nothing like Deepaha. So these are just by usage. But from the other side of the angle in the sense from the nature of the objects itself, it could mean something else. We may not be very clear right now, but there are very clear examples where these lingas indicate something. They indicate something in the sense either the nature of the object or the context. When we study some of the scriptures, etc., this becomes important in the sense why this is used in this lingam or gender. So that is also important in that case. But right now, as far as the Vyakarana is concerned, they are just by practice in the usage, how they have come into the usage over the years. The other one I was trying to say, examples for the lingam in Sanskritam is attached to the word, not to the object referenced by that word. Okay? In this case, Deepa is referring to this lamp, but the gender, pullinga, is not indicating the gender actually of this object. It's indicating the gender of the Deepa. So examples given, other examples, like for example, let's say Kalatram. Okay. Kalatram means wife actually. Okay. And wife, we know that it's a Strilinga, is a living being. There are other words for wife also, like Patni, Bharya. Yeah. So these are Strilinga words, like Bharya is like Lata, Rama, the word ending in, base word ending in A, okay, like Bharya. So this is obviously the word, Strilinga word. Okay. And we should not look at what exactly is the linga or the actual gender of that object. So the linga is attached to the word bharya, akaranta strilinga shabda we are saying, bharya. But wife, there is another word for wife called kalatram also, and that is a napumsakalinga word. That's a neuter word. The base word is kalatra. Okay, base word is kalatra, and in the Prathama Vibhakti we use it as kalatram, means wife. Okay. And there is another word for wife also, daraha. Okay. Daraha. So this also means wife. Okay. But what is the linga vachana vibhakti of this word? Linga is pullinga. This is a masculine word referring to wife. Okay. This is a masculine word. The base word is dara. Akaranta pullinga, dara, like Rama, Balaga, etc. So, but the word used for one wife, okay, single wife, is daraha. That means it is pullinga word and bahuvachanam. Okay? Pullinga bahuvachanam, plural. And it means only one wife, single wife. Okay? Not multiple wives. So the daraha word itself is specially used in always bahuvachanam, always plural. In this same form it is used, always plural, and it is masculine. And it means one wife, okay, single wife. So these are the usages which are, many words are like this. The linga of the word could be different than the actual linga of the thing it is referring to. Okay. So Vyakarana says, yeah, this is my practice. Okay, daraha means pullinga bahuvachana. It's always nitya bahuvachana, means always used in this form. Always bahuvachana. But it means single wife. But if you dig deeper and try to understand the origin of this daraha, then one would understand why it is always used in pullinga and bahuvachanam. Okay, so there are reasons for that. Are logical explanations for that, which we'll see some of the time. But just to understand, for Vyakarana it is just a practice. Vyakarana doesn't care what it means, what is the explanation. It just goes. Vyakarana job is just to derive the form, okay, of the word. Vyakarana job is not to explain the meaning or reason behind it. So that is left to either etymology or some other logical explanations which are floating around.
Thank you very much for this explanation. Is very, very interesting. It is surprising that the same word has a neutral gender and Strilinga and Pullinga. Very nice explanation. Thank you.
Yeah, for example, let's say Narayana or Vishnu. So we all know that Vishnu, Narayana, they are Pullinga words, right? But if you look at Vishnu Sahasranama, there are many words, and there are some words in Strilinga also, referring to the Vishnu or Narayana. And there are Napumsakalinga words, like for example, the first word itself starts with a Napumsakalinga. Vishvam, Vishnurvashatkaro, like that. Vishwam, that is Napumsakalinga word. Like, why are we referring to Narayana? Who generally, Paramatma doesn't have a linga per se, but generally we use like Vishnu, Rama, Narayana, etc. and Pullinga. Like, now, what is Vishwam doing there? Vishwam, why not Vishwaha? Right? Vishwaha could also be, would have been used, which is perfectly fine. Vishwaha means Pullinga. But why this stotram is specifically coming with the first word, very first word as an Napumsakalinga word for that, Vishwam, referring to Narayana? There is a very interesting explanation there. Okay? Vishwam, we'll see some other time. But you keep note of this. Like, the first thing is that linga is attached to a word, not the thing it is referring to. And Vyakarana doesn't have any, it doesn't have to. It is not the job of the Vyakarana to explain why this linga is there. It is there, just is there. It's just the nature of the word, it says. But if you look at this Vishwam, why is referring to Vishnu there? There are some beautiful explanations there. Okay. Let's see that. Right, we'll stop here today. Okay. Continue next week. Dhanyavada. Namaskara.
Dhanyavada. Namaskara.